Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing some lathe work. We're going to be actually turning down some stainless steel parts. You see here, this is going to be kind of phase one, part one for these two parts. So we have to do two of these, and they're actually for a boat, helm spacers. But we're actually, you'll see in the video here where I walk you through a little bit of the CAD CAM stuff of how we have pockets in there and the whole purpose behind these. So you'll get to see that. Also a little bit of walkthrough, again, kind of going over some of the projects I'm doing here and what we're working on here, as well as the normal daily flow of stuff. Trying to fill the video with a little bit of content, a little bit of sneak peeks on what's coming up here too. A lot more content coming your way, actual machining as well, which is going to be in this video too. You're going to see some lathe work on these parts. Also, I want to do stuff to kind of help the channel grow a little bit too, money-wise. I was thinking about doing shirts, but I'm not really a fan of them. We're definitely going to do shirts, just I want to do something a little bit different. So I'm thinking of making something. And I have a couple ideas, but they'll be kind of pocket things or little handy things that people utilize on a daily basis or could. Right, little just stupid stuff that we can make here on our CNC machines and offer them to our viewers and our subscribers if they want to purchase, help support the channel. And so I'm still kind of just toying around with that idea. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. So if you guys have any suggestions, why not? I mean, I'll read them. So also, factory tour. I enjoy certain factory tours. I have a couple I'm still working on. I know I really want to say, but it's something that I know has not been toured YouTube-wise as of yet, or documented YouTube-wise. And this company went recently through a kind of a loss of their founder and their kind of innovator. So that chance is coming up here. We're still kind of working on some of the details. So hopefully we get to have that push through. It's Surrounds Automotive. It's an aftermarket automotive manufacturer. So they're local to us here, and I'm excited. I can't wait to do it. Hopefully I do it justice, but I'll kind of keep everybody updated on that if that's approved, and then obviously we'll do the reveal of the video too. I want to save who it is until that day comes when we get to upload that video. So hopefully we get to do that. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Again, just doing some stainless steel. I'm not going to get into too many speeds and feeds because I was holding these in soft jaws and I wasn't trying to push it as aggressive as I could have if it was in hard jaws. I kind of explained kind of like my thoughts about, just quick thoughts about holding this and it being stainless and hard metal. But it cut fine. It's just I didn't push it the way I could have. The mill, when we go to bring these over into the milling machine, when we go to machine the pockets, I'll get a little more in depth and detail on that and what tooling I'm using as well. And the C10 dashes, we got that video coming here of kind of the final. I'm putting that one together, just trying to backlog everything that I've had for these, and so hopefully they'll be kind of rolling out here pretty soon. We have a couple things we're still doing to them as well, so we would just want to get a finished product nailed down and be able to present that in the upcoming video for them. So working on that. I did take a little bit of time off. I haven't tried to post every Tuesday or Wednesday, but I had to take some time off for personal reasons. So I'm back and trying to get some of these projects caught back up for everybody, and hopefully you enjoy them. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and as always, like, comment, share the video. It really helps. It definitely works, and I really see it and motivates me to put out more content. I got so many things going on in my head for the channel and more content and just stuff that it's just from my perspective, my angle. So I really appreciate everybody's support and your comments. I love that stuff. It's really great seeing the growth that the channel has so far. So let's keep it going. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. And again, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.
All right.
right, so we have here in our cam space the helm spacer helm adapter. Very simple design. This is what the customer wanted it to look like. It is 5 inches in diameter and the inner bore is 1.75 inches. What this does is we have 4 holes in the backside. It's going to bolt to the bulkhead, if you will, or the dashboard of the boat, and it's going to have a hydraulic helm drive on the backside of it, and this allows the extension, since it's going to be spaced out pretty far, the extension for the actual steering wheel or helm steering wheel for the boat. So very simple. We're actually going to do this with 2 machines. The first one's going to be the lathe, because we have a really nice profile here that we want to achieve, and the best and easiest way to do that is with a CNC turning center. Stock, I tried to get bigger stock, not too much bigger, but we have a time constraint in this part. We actually have to make 2 of them, so we wound up just getting 5-inch stock, and it's acceptable. This is a part that I kind of designed here with the customer, and if we're 10 or 20 thou, probably 20 thou smaller than 5 inches as we see here, it's not too big of a deal. So, and I think the stock, I'll double check, but I think the stock is a little bit larger, so we do have some wiggle room. And again, I think it's going to get polished. So we're going to start off here with the lathe. Very simple. We're actually doing a 1-inch drill to start off with machining this part. This is a through coolant high-speed steel body drill, insert drill. So we're going to first plunge right through the center there. We're going to come in. We're going to start doing the OD here, just kind of roughing out the profile, general profile of it with I think that's a WNMG. And it's just taking pretty safe steps. We're actually holding it in aluminum soft jaws, so I'm not trying to rip on this thing. We'll find out if I should have done it in steel jaws, but I think it'll be okay. There should be enough there. We're grabbing quite a bit of this surface that you see here on the OD. But we're going to rough it down, rough the profile, and then we'll come into a finishing profile with the VNMG. And then we're going to finish the bore off with our boring bar here with the TCGT, I think, insert. So we're going to come in and just get that, walk that into our final ID bore. Very simple, I think, not too complicated. It is stainless steel, so I just want to make sure everybody knows that. It's a 304 grade stainless steel. The raw stock is 1.5 inches tall by 5 inches, give or take. I think it's a little bit bigger, but I will double check that. But it is 1.5 inches tall, and we're going to be setting our tools off here on this origin point. So it has that, it's going to know that material's there, and then we have just enough to kind of face it off. I'm actually going to, I don't have a facing operation here, but the roughing does, actually doesn't get down to there. So I had a facing operation for that. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I actually want to be doing that probably with the VNMG there. But the WNMG is just going to kind of rough it down, get all that stuff out. And I'll do a facing operation, which I'll load it in here. But so we'll get this kind of built. I want to get it set up, get the tools set up. You'll see that kind of on a time lapse there. And then we'll start time lapsing and cutting it. And then this will kind of be part of the build series again. And then part 2 is actually we're going to be doing machining these pockets here on the mill. There is a tricky part which you don't see in here. This actually, it has to be at 10 degrees. Now the hole spacing is symmetrical. So we're actually, but they have to be on this plane. So the whole thing has to actually be at 10 degrees from this point of view. So that's going to get done in the mill, and we're actually going to just trick it a little bit. 10 degrees isn't a lot for this specific part with the diameter of the part being 5 inches. So we're actually going to kind of modify some soft jaws for that to be done. So we don't want anything to interfere with how we're going to be machining this on the lathe, so that's not going to get done first. Um, yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll jump over to the lathe and we will start getting this thing set up, getting it cutting. Okay, one of the other things I've been working on as well, this will be a product that I will be co-offering with Reversion Raceworks coming out soon. We're still working on. We know this is. I know this design works. I'm not worried about that. But what this is, ultimately, it is an LS timing cover, and obviously it has no crank snout seal, which I have that piece. I'm actually just getting ready to finish setup, doing some filming on that. The concept behind this cover is these 4 holes, along with some accessory holes, but these 4 holes here are to be so that we can mount a motor plate to the front of the LS timing cover instead of the water pump holes. If you ever seen them, this is just something different that I'm trying to do for myself. Some people have expressed interest, so I'm going to go with it and kind of see what happens. But I'll take you over to a 6.2 block that I have. The issue that would cause concern for me with a factory LS timing cover is that the holes in the timing cover are 11 millimeter and the fasteners are 8 mil thread. What that allows you to do is it has a little bit of give, and that little bit of give allows you to center the crank seal over the crank snout, right, so that there's no leaking around the crank. It's ever so slight, but it's there, and we don't want to have that on this timing cover. It is a factory location. We are doing different ones, but right now it's a factory location cam sensor. For the actual snout cover, it is centricated in elongated slots for these 5 bolts with an O-ring on the backside that houses the seal for the crank. So then if there's any little bit of variation or tolerance that you need to do, it's going to be in this separate cover. Now, usually you only have for the motor plate, typically what's out there, you're going to have 3 holes here on each side. And then the motor plate kind of has to go high and around. So my idea is just to kind of run it low and hopefully kind of lower everything, get everything out of the way. This does fit a factory water pump as well. So that was my whole concern. It fits the factory oil pump. And so yeah, so everything is pretty nice. So it's relieved for the oil pump pickup tube. But really cool, and hopefully we get it rolling out here pretty soon. But I'm not getting any dates out on this yet. It's just something that I'm trying and see how it is. You know, I kind of like to. I was never really a fan of just really is the thing. I was never really a fan of those bolts up there. And you have this big, ginormous motor plate. You know, so Gonna make you. I was thinking to offering it with 2 separate plates, so or one solid one, because it'll still be connected with relief around the cams sensor. But that's the plan anyway. All right, as you saw there, the lathe operation part 1 for these parts. We machined the profile. Now part 2 is going to be another video of us doing all the milling work, milling the pockets, milling the backside, putting a 10-degree angle on the backside, drilling and tapping 4 holes, just finishing these helm spacer adapter plates off on the second video. Again, second video is going to be a little more in depth, a little more detail on milling operation. But as you saw in this video, we had some nice footage of actually machining it. It came out great. Real happy with that. Not too crazy about the inside, but there's going to be a sleeve that's going to be, I believe, inserted into these for the extension part for the steering wheel. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And check back soon. We will have part 2 for this coming up beginning of next week. Thanks, everybody.